Every day I'm shuffling. Shuffling.
This is ZephyrCrow again, Team DDR, bringing you another deck profile. Today's profile is X-Sabers. For a long time, my friend Deathless Phoenix pretty much schooled a lot of us with it. I kept wondering, how is this deck not top? And truthfully, after playing it a while, it just opens dead sometimes. It has potential to swarm like crazy, like no other deck can, but there's definitely times it just opens dead. It takes setup. Dark Soul really helped this deck out. The OCG doesn't have it yet. It might actually get limited once they do. I could see this deck just becoming top tier. I think it just takes the right kind of build. So here's my take on it. Okay, the monster lineup. First we have 3 X-Saber Fall Trolls. Some people run 2, and I see why. I mean, I open up 2 to 3 Fall Trolls occasionally. Opening 2 is pretty bad. You usually don't have the stuff to get it out unless you open with the Bogart Knight, and that's just assuming your opponent doesn't bottomless it. But honestly, if you can pull out 2 at the same time, you pretty much almost always win. It is probably the best card in the deck. So times 3, it's worth the risk. 3 Bogart Knights. Supports the triple Fall Trolls. If I played 2 Fall Trolls, I would probably play 2 Bogart Knights, but times 3, yeah, it's just good. It lets you summon, X-Saber Paschal, Sync for Hunley, lets you get out the Fall Troll, and your main beater, really. So, yeah, times 3. Full Helm Knight. For a while, this guy was probably the best tuner in the game next to Gale. I mean, summon him, he protects himself. If they set a monster, you just punish him for it. Summon, usually Dark Soul. If he attacks a defense position monster, kills it, summon Dark Soul, Sync for Hunley. It's just really good. Summon multiple protection. You have an X-Saber on the field, if it's about to be killed, you Gautum's Call back like 2 of these. 2 negations. It's really good. One of the best tuners, in my opinion. 3 Embers Blades. Mostly just so you open with 1. I mean, it's pretty standard in X-Sabers to run 3 Embers Blades. They get Dark Souls. Good thing about Embers Blade, it can summon things in defense, so you can go and get Paschal to defense mode if you really have to. You're facing Samurais or something, they have like 5 monsters on the field. Paschal to defense. Next turn, summon Bogart Knight. I don't know, shenanigans. It's just good. Standard searcher. 3 Dark Souls. Probably the best search card in the game. Debatably better than Sangan. I mean, it is on the end phase, but it can get any monster in the entire deck. I mean, that says a lot. You can stack them, resurrect them, Gautum's Call. 2 Dark Souls plus full Helm Knight equals Trish plus 2 searches. That's, you draw 2, sync for the Trish, and minus them every bit of 2, 2.5 if you consider the graveyard. I don't really consider that 1 out of the graveyard a plus unless you're knocking out like a glow-up bulb. But it's a plus 4 to 5 if you have 2 of these in a full Helm Knight. It's just really good. Knock them off with, Gautum's. Every time you destroy your Dark Soul, they discard a card, you search for a card. It's the best search card in the game. Paschals. Really good protection. A little dangerous if it actually stays on the field face up. You keep taking that 1,000, so it's not incredibly good just to set it if you don't have a backup plan, but it's good to get, with Embers Blade. Standard is just to have him in your hand. You can search for him, Rhoda, Dark Soul, whatever. Summon Bogart Knight, summon Paschal, Sync for Hunley. It's his main purpose. After you sync for Hunley, Gautum's Call him back to sync for the 8s. They just need a 2-star tuner. He's good defense. It's just good. X-Saber Guard Strike. There's a lot of people who don't run this, and after test playing them a lot, I'm here to tell you, you should. He helps you with the fall trolls, especially, you run the triple fall trolls, run a guard strike. Because you'll have 2 X-Sabers in the graveyard, no way, like you won't have a Bogart Knight in your hand or something, you'll have no way to get out 2 X-Sabers, summon guard strike. Even if you don't need the fall troll, summon guard strike, summon Full Helm Knight, there's your easy 8. Beats having to go through Gautum's Calls and Pashules and all that. It's just, you can even just beat with him. I mean, he's a Cyber Dragon. Not as easy to summon as Cyber Dragon, I don't suppose, but at least you can pull him out when your opponent doesn't have anything. Yeah, just a beater that easy summon. I use him for Fall Troll mainly. Regigura, this is my current tech test. Mainly, I use them. You have, let's say you have Fall Troll on the field and Fall Troll in the grave. Summon Regigura, you get back this Fall Troll, and you can either summon this Fall Troll, or if you have a Gautum's on the field, tribute both of these. Summon Fall Troll. Fall Troll's effect gets Regigura, gets Fall Troll to hand. Gautum's, tribute 2. Summon Fall Troll. Gets Regigura, gets Fall Troll to hand. Instantly blows up their hand without you having to waste your field. Gets back, Guard Strike. It's summonable through Immerse Blade. And it's a level 1, so it lets you edit your leveling a little bit when you're tuning too. So, just good. I'm testing it. I'm back and forth on it, but it's working out pretty well so far. Gores, pretty standard. I don't run any permanent back row. Just a good monster. Monster Born, Giant Trunade, Dark Hole, Book of Moon. All staples. This will soon be replaced with Heavy Storm. Nothing in particularly special to say about any of it. Rhoda. I really like Rhoda. I mean, gets Full Helm Knight, gets Pashul. Not really mandatory for the deck, but it helps with the search of, what level tuner you want, and it helps speed it up a little bit. Enemy Controller. I've actually considered running 2 of these several times. Just tribute Dark Soul, take their monster, stop their sync with their monster. Whatever you have to do, and then you get the search with Dark Soul. It's just good. For a while, Trap Stun, especially at my locals, was running around, 2 to 3 per deck. This was the go-to card since we only had 1 Book of Moon. Yeah, it's just good. Can't be tooled, can't be Trap Stunned. Quick plays are hard to counter this format. People are probably going to start running Dark Bribes, honestly. 2 MSTs. I run 2. I probably won't run 3 once the ban list hits. I don't see it necessary. I've got Barkion, I've got Hunlees on top of 2 MSTs. It's unnecessary. I really like the idea of having 3, but this is not the deck you need it in. It's got enough back row hate as it is. 3 Gautum's Calls. Run 3. These are ridiculously good. I mean, get back 2 of anything. It's just get back Full Helm Knight, Dark Soul, sync for Hunlee. Get back 2 Dark Souls for defense. Get back, 2 Full Helm Knights. Get back 2 Full Helm Knights when you have a face-up card on the field. That blocks 2 attacks. Get back 2 Dark Souls, summon Full Helm Knight, equals Trish plus 2 searches. It's a double Call of the Haunted. There is no reason you shouldn't run 3 of them. Get back Regigura, gets a Fall Troll to hand, plus, another monster on the field, which gives you the bait for the Fall Troll. It's just ridiculous. Gautum's Call is probably the best resurrection card in the game right now. Even if you do, well, maybe minus double-edged sword technique. I mean, this one you have to have the monster on the field, but they don't die on the end phase. So, it's basically a double edge. It varies a little bit. Mirror Force, Torrential, Solemn Judgment, Staples. I don't mind halving my life points to negate a Sheen Summon. Whatever. That does not hurt my feelings at all. 7 Tools of the Bandit. Stops Warning for half of what they paid. Stops Solemn Judgment for potentially a fourth of what they paid. Stops things like TT, Mirror Force, whatever. Can't be negated by Sheen, another really important thing about it. I've considered running 2 of this instead of 1 of this and 1 of my next card, but I'm back and forth on it. Comment. Tell me what you think. Trap Stun. This is what I was considering running a second 7 tools over, but there are so many times that I've got, the Fall Troll in hand with the Bogart Knight and the, Hunley play. I have the Pashul in my hand, summon Bogart Knight, summon Pashul, Hunley, even go into Fall Troll if I have it. Just like standby phase, play Trap Stun, stops Warning, Solemn, Bottomless, all of that. Unless they have a Book of Moon or maybe an enemy controller, they can't do anything. This just locks them down for that turn. It's just really good. That's why I haven't taken that out for the 7 tools yet, but I'm back and forth on it. Tell me what you think.